Okay, so this is going to be lesson 1, day 1. And I'm going to show you what we did in class today. We started with Engage the Learner. So just a quick overview of the ELA curriculum by Elle. It is going to be divided into 3 modules of study, and within each of the 3 modules there will be 3 units, and then the lessons fall under those 3 units. So we are beginning Module 1, Unit 1, Lesson 1 today. And the very first thing we did was look at our opening and engage the learner. It says, in this lesson, you will use evidence to infer the topic of this module from the resources. Our daily learning targets, today we were going to infer the topic of the module from the resources. And then we had discussion prompts. And your first assignment is to respond in the text box below what your answers are to these discussion prompts. So why do we have learning targets? What is the purpose of learning targets? What does infer mean? And if you're going to infer the topic, what does that mean? And so you are going to think about learning targets. In previous school years, you may have heard of these referred to as objectives. So they're basically goals for lessons. And so it kind of keeps our study focused. And so that is the purpose of these daily learning targets. Infer. We talked about what inferences mean, and to infer meaning to make an educated guess and to access prior knowledge and whatever information you have gathered to make that educated guess. So you would be responding to those questions down here and then posting your reply. The next assignment, you were going to look at the resources that they provided for us. And so we did this together as a class where we took some time to analyze each of these resources that they provided. We were making observations. What do you notice and what do you wonder based on looking at the different resources? So I'm just going to give you a look here at the resources and then show you the infer the topic note catcher that we spent some time working on. Oops, lost my browser there. So there were, I believe, 7 resources altogether. Okay, so when you are in the assignment, you would click on work time A, infer the topic note catcher, and then it's going to prompt you to make a copy, which I already did, so I'm not going to make another copy. And then following Miss Lily's video that she gave us, we are going to change the name to add our first name to the top here. For you to complete this assignment, I want you to complete this note catcher. In each section, it is making 2 observations. What are 2 things that you notice? What are 2 things that you wonder? Some of them have been filled in for you. And so you are going to just complete wherever you see blanks. And then at the very bottom, it's asking for you to write 4 words that come to mind after reviewing the resources. This is where we're making the inference. And so this is where I want you to think about what you think the big overall topic is for this module of study. And then we will continue with lesson 1 on, let's see, August 20th.